There we go. Okay, hello. I'm the Derelict King once again, and this is part 2 of the City of Bones overview and what I think about it and what I want to talk about it. The first part was just an overview, and if you've never read the book before and you want to check it out, watch that overview. And there's not too many spoilers in it. It's just kind of a basic overview of what it's about. The very first part, Shadowhunters and all that stuff. The second part is going to have major spoilers, okay? So if you want to read this book, exit out right now. Just leave, go. It's okay. Alright, it'll be fine. Go read the book and come back. You can see my opinion on it. Anyways, okay. Today I want to talk about the different characters that are in this book, and there are quite a few. A lot that I like. I like almost every single character in this book, with the exception of 3, which are supposed to be the main characters. I don't like Clary, who's the main character. I don't like Simon, really. He kind of comes off to me as kind of just whiny. And I don't like Jace. He's too much of the badass attitude. Too much, oh, I'm too cool to breathe. You know, it's shit like that. I don't like it, honestly. It's not any real character. And I'm going to do this list, by the way, from top to bottom of the ones I like the most and the ones I like the least. And the least ones I still really like. All of these characters are really good characters. Okay, but I'm going to start with Luke right now. Luke is Clary's godfather, and he was a part of this thing called the Circle. The Circle was a very close group of friends in the Clave, which are the organization of Shadowhunters, who hunt demons and half-demons and all that stuff. But anyways, he's a part of the Circle with Valentine, and he says we should purge all of them, kill all the demons, kill all the half-demons, all the people who are bad, who have any kind of demon blood in them should be killed, which sounds kind of okay until you get to know Luke, because Luke kind of shows that these downworlders are not all really bad. Some of them are just born this way, or they were cursed, they were infected, because the vampires and the werewolves are both diseases that the demons had brought onto them. And the more you get to know Luke's character, the more you kind of understand how this isn't right. The whole thing with the downworlders and Valentine wanting to kill them all and all that stuff. But what had happened, Luke used to be a demon hunter, a shadow hunter. He used to be a shadow hunter with Valentine. In fact, he was his blood brother. He was his battle brother. He was everything in name, but not blood. You know, he was the closest person he could possibly have, until one day, Valentine and Luke had decided to go and hunt down a group of werewolves that had killed Valentine's father, which is why he wanted to go and kill those werewolves, and why he's got a stick up his ass ever since that happens, because before he was a really cool guy. He had taken all the people who didn't really know how to do shadow hunting that well, and all the runes and all that stuff, and they weren't really that smart about all that stuff. He took them in and taught them everything. And they look back now, a lot of the people who are in the Circle, and they say, well, you know, he was developing a cult for himself for later on to fight all the demons and stuff. But they go on this hunting trip, and Luke gets bit. And it's not 100% guaranteed that you'll get turned into a werewolf if you get bit, but the Clave went ahead and quarantined him anyways, and he turned into a werewolf. So Valentine, despising demons as he does, casts aside everything that Luke and Valentine had ever done together. You know, fighting together in battle, having each other's backs, being as close as brothers to each other, and gave him a knife and say, go in the woods and kill yourself. Don't come back here. I fucking hate your guts because you're half demon now. So Luke almost does it, but he doesn't because of Jocelyn. Jocelyn is to Clary as Simon would be to Luke. Luke is Jocelyn's absolute best friend since childhood. They've always been best friends. Luke, it's been hinted that Luke might have a thing for Jocelyn, but he never really pursued anything, as far as I know. I've only read the first one, and a little bit of the City of Ashes. That's it. I'm planning on going through these books as I finish reading them, because honestly, these books kind of deserve to be known. But anyways, I might even only do one video at a time, because I mean, I have so much to talk about with Luke. I mean, I gotta talk about Alec and Isabel, and Marcy, and Magnus Bane, of course. He's freaking awesome. I love Magnus Bane. But anyways, and Luke doesn't kill himself. Instead, he goes to the wolf pack that had turned him and challenged the person who had bit him to mortal combat and kill him in battle. The thing is that the guy who bit him was the pack leader, and so they fought. However, he was not victorious. The pack leader was not, and Luke had killed him. But what had happened, Luke did not expect, because what he wanted to do is he wanted to go kill like the werewolves who had killed his brother. Maybe he could redeem himself or something like that. He instead became the pack leader, because that's how it works. You kill the pack leader and you become the leader of the pack. So he took that pack too, by the way, later on after he's lived with them for a while. Jocelyn comes in and say, hey, Valentine's going to go kill unarmed ambassadors at the Accords. The Accords, by the way, are what, it's basically a peace treaty between Shadowhunters and Half-Bloods, basically. I'm going to call them Half-Bloods or Half-Demons. He's going to go in there and he's going to slaughter them, because he's raising an army to go fight them. And they were all going to be unarmed in there, supposedly, except for the people that are in the circle. They're going to kill everybody, pretty much. So Luke's like, okay, we'll see how that is. He takes 500 downworlders, including werewolves, fairy knights, warlocks, vampires too. Vampires and werewolves don't like each other in this. And they went in there and they attacked and destroyed the circle, except for its founding members. Well, the Waylands were killed, but Michael Wayland was actually killed by Valentine. The other Wayland was killed in battle. Everybody except for Hodge, the Lightwoods, which is Alex and Isabel's parents. I believe their name is, the mother is Marcy, or something like that, Marcy, and Robert, I think. I am not certain about that. I'm starting to see more of the Lightwoods in the City of Ashes, but I will talk more about that later. They survive, they all get ambushed and all that stuff, they all get banished and that, and Luke takes his pack and he goes looking for Jocelyn, because Jocelyn disappeared after the fight, because she thinks that her son, and Valentine and her parents are all dead, because there was a fire at her house, and they found the bones of a little boy, and the supposed bones of Valentine, but they weren't really, they were Michael Wayland's bones, and his actual son. We'll get to that later. Luke tries to find Jocelyn because she goes missing, and she also has another kid, Clary. Luke doesn't know this until he perchances finds them in New York. Yeah, that's crazy. Man, Luke, he's the guy that I'd rather him have been the main character. He was the one I was rooting for. He was a Shadowhunter. He got cast aside by his brother, basically, and when he got turned into a werewolf, and he seems like he's not accepted anywhere except within his own pack that he had taken over in New York, because he left the pack in England to go find Jocelyn, but he ends up getting the one in New York to help Clary get the mortal cup back from Valentine and all that stuff. Gets a couple of really cool werewolves killed, including Grendel and Alaric. I really liked Alaric. He seemed pretty cool. I wish I had gotten to know him better before he passed away. But Luke had this pack for a while, and you don't know until that Luke is a werewolf until very well into the book. I think more than halfway, when he reveals that and he says, hey, I got an army, let's go find Valentine and let's go get that mortal cup back, because he takes it from them, and Jace. So Claire's like, oh yeah, sure, let's go fight him. And Luke is a complete badass in that fight. I mean, the way that he's described moving, he's faster than anything that anyone's ever seen before. Faster than Jace almost. No, yeah, he is faster than Jace, partially due to his werewolf blood. And werewolves can half shift, like they can be half human and half wolf. They don't have to be full wolf or full human if they want to, but it's only during the moon. Only new bloods can get forced into their change the first few times. After a while, they learn how to control it and all that stuff. Really cool. But man, I really like Luke. Honestly, he's one of those characters that I'm going to remember for a very long time, because he's a very cool character, and he's a really good mentor to Clary, talking to him and Jace, her and Jace. I gave her penis. Yeah. I was about to repeat myself. I'm so sorry. I'm starting to lose my train of thought. He's a really great mentor to Clary and to Simon and to Jace and all of that. He's a really great fighter. He goes toe-to-toe with Valentine. The only reason he lost was because Jace had distracted him. I will go into detail about that later. However, that is Luke. The next one is going to be about Magnus Bane. I hope you guys stick around for that one, because I have a little bit to talk about him, even though he's not that well mentioned as Luke, which is kind of why he's my second and not my first. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If any new subscribers had come in to watch these, thank you so much. I'll have more than 2 subscribers, maybe 3. That'd be kind of cool. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.